What if I told you that Honda's most exciting, most important new electric car isn't entirely a Honda? That's right. This is the 2024 Honda Prologue, the brand's first real swing at a mass-market EV for North America. It looks clean, it looks futuristic, and it promises that legendary Honda reliability. But underneath this neo-rugged design lies a secret, a partnership that might just shock you. So, is the Prologue the future of Honda, or is it an electric Trojan horse? Stick around because we're about to unplug all the secrets. The GM connection. All right, let's get right to the elephant in the room. The Honda Prologue is the result of a major team-up between Honda and General Motors. Underneath this sleek bodywork is GM's Ultium platform, the very same battery and motor technology that powers the Chevrolet Blazer EV and Cadillac Lyriq. Now, before you cry badge engineering, hold on. Honda was very involved in styling the exterior and, crucially, designing the entire interior experience. They also tuned the suspension to give it that distinct Honda driving feel. So think of it less as a rebadge and more as a very strategic collaboration to get Honda into the EV game fast. Neo-rugged design. Let's talk about the looks because Honda is calling this their neo-rugged design. It's clean, it's simple, and it's definitely handsome. It's got a super long wheelbase and short overhangs, which just hit this really planted modern stance. Size-wise, it slots right between the CR-V and the Passport. It's about 8 inches longer and 5 inches wider than a CR-V, so it has a much more substantial presence on the road. And check this out on the back. Honda has replaced the classic H badge with the full Honda wordmark, a new branding look for their EVs. I dig it. It feels very confident. Power, range, and charging. Okay, so what's powering this thing? Every Prologue gets an 85 kilowatt-hour battery pack. You can choose between a single-motor, front-wheel drive setup with 212 horsepower, or the one you probably want, the dual-motor, all-wheel drive version that bumps you up to 288 horsepower and 333 pound-feet of torque. And the all-important range? The all-wheel drive models are EPA rated at 296 miles on a full charge. That is solid, competitive territory with cars like the Ioniq 5 and the Tesla Model Y. When it's time to plug in, the Prologue supports DC fast charging at up to 155 kilowatts. Honda says that's good enough to add about 65 miles of range in just 10 minutes. Plus, Honda is giving new owners a choice of one of 3 charging packages, including credits at EVgo and Electrify America stations and credits towards home charger installation. That's a huge plus to get you started. A true Honda interior? Now, the inside. This is where Honda really put their stamp on things. And I've got to say, it looks great. It feels familiar, like a modern Honda should. You get a standard 11-inch digital driver display and a crisp 11.3-inch infotainment touchscreen that sticks up from the dash. The best part? It comes with Google built in. That means Google Maps, Google Assistant, and the Google Play Store are all integrated right into the car, and it works seamlessly alongside wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The dash layout is clean and horizontal with real physical buttons for the climate controls. Thank you, Honda. Space is fantastic too. With that long wheelbase, rear passengers have a ton of legroom, and the cargo area is generous. It's a proper, practical SUV for the modern family. So, the big question is the Honda Prologue a real Honda? Despite its GM bones, my answer is yes. Honda handled the design, the entire cabin experience, and the driving dynamics. They've created a comfortable, spacious, and tech-forward electric SUV that feels every bit like a modern Honda product. It's a practical, mainstream EV that doesn't feel weird or intimidating. It feels normal, in the best way possible. It's the perfect first EV for the millions of people who already love their CR-Vs and Accords. But now I want to know what you think. Is the GM partnership a deal breaker for you? Or is this a brilliant move by Honda to get a fantastic EV on the road? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Honda Prologue, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, subscribe to AutomagzKing, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.